Hello peeps, and welcome to episode 90 of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 as the Roman Empire. In the last episode, we survived an awful civil war. We were outnumbered like 3 to 1, and we still managed to get a white piece, which I see as a success. But we were very close to not gaining that white piece, because they were very close to sitting down Constantinople after killing off a big chunk of my army in that said county. So there was a big battle here in Constantinople, basically. Yeah. So that was scary, but we managed to prevail. And now that that's dealt with, I want to go on the offensive again. And I wonder in which direction. I would prefer to take the last part of England, which should be kinda easy, by just seizing Wessex. Easy as that. I think this is probably the last one we have to take before we have taken the entirety of this empire. I was going to increase my volume slightly, it's kinda low. There we go. That's better. Well, let me see then. Where should we raise our troops? We should probably raise them here somewhere and siege down this place. Yeah, I have those guys. Of course I do. Pardon me. For how long do I have those men-at-arms? Or those mercs? For about a year. That's fine. Speed for it. We have a heresy, and I'm actually going to raise some troops here as well, so we can siege down the war goal. Obviously. Oh. That's fine. That's fine. And I think that's enough. We managed to catch them and we wiped them out. Okay, so I want to split up in smaller pieces. Not that way. That seems fine. And I'm not going to be leading the troops, of course. That seems like a terrible idea. See where the men-at-arms are at. Or the siege equipment, basically. And you last two, you go here and there. Seems fine. This is probably going to take forever. It's not actually that bad. It's only about a year. That works. I don't need her. Secret exposed. It can't go unpunished. We have a child of my dynasty. Agne. She is a dwarf. She's a strong dwarf and a beautiful one. Or a pretty one. Pretty little strong dwarf. It's basically like Gimli, but the female version. And probably kind of prettier than Gimli is. Because he's not that pretty of a man. But still, that's good. But let's talk about Gimli and more talk about waging war. So we gained about 50% from that battle, I think. Because we wiped out his army. And that's maxed out. Okay. It's not going to happen. We want a siege in Dublin. Just keep on sieging then. They're trying to siege down Northumberland. It's actually going to quite quickly. The fort level down up here is very low. You would think they would be able to speed this up, seeing as they have Hadrian's Wall. But apparently not. They're not building fort level stuff, they're building other stuff. My patriarch and rival. What are we focused on? Guess we already focused on that one. Try that one then, see what happens. Probably going to go kinda well. Make people unlike him. And it worked. Just messing with our rival, basically. Okay, so you're done. You should probably go to Connacht. This is like the second time we're sieging that, like the pardon me, the island in itself. I got a sore throat. There's a lot of people calling my daughters naughty things, I feel like. It's not the first time, actually. So that's kind of interesting. Because we're very close. We only need like one more siege. So you might just stay here. It's fine. Okay, so we have a new great-grandson. I'm an old man. Yeah, take that name. It's fine. They changed the game now, so you can actually decide stuff for children lower down in your dynasty, basically. Like you can change their names and stuff. Yeah, he's fine. He's good enough. If we have to play as that female. Okay, someone's trying to kill my niece. I'm trying to sway my patriarch to make him pay me money. Is there someone I want to kill then? I wonder. There is no big factions because people are not allowed to make factions right now. Okay, we have everything we need. I'm apparently a witch. Apparently I am. I'm a witch and I'm a murderer. I think that's fine. People are not going to care that much. They're not going to care that much. So how is this going? Because we had to stop this the last episode. 20 years, 72 years, 35 years, 86 years. Oh, actually, that one as well. 93 years. How much could we potentially speed this up? 11 years. And it's not worth it. That's basically the thing. It's not worth it. I just need one more siege, and there we go. And that's the last part of England that is under Roman control. Again, we have united England, Wales, and apparently Anatolia, which doesn't make sense. We have huge Denmark. I think that's basically the last of the imperial reconquest that we could do. I think that was the last one, which is awesome. Yeah, the province of Britannia, cruelly left to their own devices when the Roman garrisons abandoned the... Pardon me, my throat is killing me. The province of Britannia in the 5th century, the Bretons can at last rejoice. For after suffering through centuries of darkness, Roman rule has finally been restored to their little island. It's not a small island though. And they may consider themselves imperial subjects once more. Long live the empire. Okay, I think that was the last part of the empire actually. We're going to lose mercs basically. I find this kind of interesting. If you watch my episode on the patch, the pardon me, the 1.2 patch, there was actually a science here, a cultural one for the Byzantines that is bringing back the basically the Palatini. It's not here. That might be because I already got it though. Is that the reason why? Do I already have it? Is it possible for me to create them? No, it's not. Palatini. Why can't I create Palatini? If I played as a Byzantine Empire, I would be able to make Palatini. But I'm the Roman Emperor and I can't make Palatini. And if you don't know what the Palatina gods are, they were actually the bodyguards of the Emperor. You may know about the Praetorian gods. The legionnaires that basically wore white and they were the personal bodyguard of the Emperor in Rome. But they were probably more famous for murdering emperors than they were for actually protecting him. They were a big political force, the Palatini. So Constantine the Great decided, not the Palatini, the Praetorians. So Constantine the Great decided to just disband the entire thing and murder a lot of them because he could, and he didn't like them. And then he created a new bodyguard called the Palatina Gods, and that's basically what the Palatina are all about. And they were the protectors of the emperor for a very long time, until the Varangians showed up. Basically, a small history lesson. Who should we attack now? Should we Denmark is very big, but it's very, very weak. He's apparently like a bear, a berserker. So Danish doesn't exist yet, or Swedish. It's still Norse. And the culture head is the Danish guy. Interesting. And they're still in early medieval age. But I think they have long ships. And that's a very good thing to have. I like that. I haven't made a Viking playthrough yet. I probably should, in all honesty. I probably should make a Norse Viking playthrough, just to have fun. That's fun, right? Because we could seize the York, because we have basically Bavaria, or we could holy ward him. I think this is easier because I don't have any piety at all. Like the amount of piety that I have, it's useless. I would like this last part of Hungary though, if possible. Where should we put our money at? Who should we invade? That's the question. Roman Scandinavia, should that be a thing? Potentially? Yeah, sure. Roman Scandinavia. So I'm going to start with Denmark though. We're going to have to go for a holy war, and I don't have a lot of piety basically. That's the only bad thing. That's only county. And I can't do that yet. I think like not Sweden or Denmark really. Pomerania, that's the big one. Although Denmark is kind of nice as well. It's not a lot of counties though, but it's nice. Looks nice on the map, and it would connect our places again together. But I would need a lot more piety before that's ever going to happen, basically. So I think we're going to go for a duchy. We could go for Holland. That's 2 counties, but Holstein seems fine. Mecklenburg. It's a big one. Or Pomerania seems to be a big one as well. We're going to go for Holstein. I think that's fine. So we're going to war again, and we have the big bombastic music as ever. Obviously, I think we could do this with only our men at arms, because the Danish are terribly weak. Terribly weak. So we don't need any more troops than that, basically. So let us go to invasion, basically. That's one guy. It's kinda bad. I'm still leading troops, I don't like it. Come on game, don't crash on me. Thank you. There we go. So you should stay here. And you can go there, Stade. And you then, my man, go to Wismar, which I think used to be Swedish once during our big time, when Sweden was actually a big thing. We had this Swedish Pomerania thing going on, basically. So one of my queens became excommunicated. Too bad for her. Schemer. Okay, so you're the person trying to kill my daughter. Stade is done. Okay, so that's almost everything of the thing we're going for. We just need Dichmarschen, then we're done with Slitwish, basically. Or with Holstein. Seems fine. What are you doing, man? Come on. He's apparently recently disembarked as well. He is actually a Danish duke. Still, that's unnecessary. I don't want to have to fight against people for no reason. It's a stupid thing. I haven't actually noticed that. It's actually the old Roman sign, but it's not. It's obviously in another color. It's blue instead of purple or red or anything. Interesting. That's the first time I noticed that. So that's why I'm surprised. So how's the factions? There's a lot of people scheming right now. We have some peasant rabble going on. We have some populists going on. That's basically the only thing. But when people have the ability to scheme against me again, they're going to become naughty. Do naughty things. Like scheming. I don't like that. It's scary. Basically. So you're done. And we lost some mercs. I don't think that's a big issue. In all honesty. We lost a lot of troops, but our troops are very good fighters. It's not a big deal. They are very good fighters. Because that's the Danish army. I don't think they're good enough to fight this. They might actually, because those are crossbowmen. That's mostly levy though. I don't think they're going to dare attack us. I don't think they are. They are scared. Where's Copenhagen? Apparently it doesn't exist in this game. Interesting. That's very interesting. Rostock, it's a tribe. I think most of those places are tribes. This is a barony. Or are they actually feudal? That's the thing that I wonder about. Are they feudal? Yeah, they are. They're feudal. The Swedes as well. Feudal. Okay. And Norway doesn't exist. Too bad for the Norwegian people. They do not exist so far. You should be the guy in charge. Yes, you should. Yeah, they can actually travel on rivers, being the Danish. Okay, so they're trying to kill my person. I don't think I only need this siege. We have another duchy here in northern Germany, modern, but it used to belong to Denmark in the old times, basically. I don't remember when the Danish lost Holstein and stuff like that, but they used to hold it. Actually, I think they used to hold this part as well, like Schleswig, however you pronounce it. That's not actually East Francia, it's Denmark now. But I'm going to create the Duchy of Holstein. And I'm going to give it to someone. Preferably of my culture and my religion. Yeah, like this guy. And you. And last but not least, or actually kinda least, yeah, this guy. And then I'm going to give you a duchy as well, because I don't want all of those extra vassals unnecessarily, if I don't have to. There we go. We're just and deceitful. And a murderer. You're doing a lot of bad things. You're not a really good man, to be honest. Yeah, you can take the person. It's fine. And that person. Who should we focus on now then? The Goots. Interesting. I would like to attack Great Moravia, but is this one duchy? No, it's two. It's only 2 counties as well. And I need more piety. Because I'm not making a lot. Could we potentially... Because that's probably like Wallachia. Yeah, it's probably that. Or we could take this, it's 3 counties, it seems fine. I wonder when the Mongolians show up. Because actually I have no idea, I think they show up like in the year 1200 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. And that's going to be fun, if we ever get that far. We're kinda close, I guess. And that was easy. expand everyone. And I'm going to create this extra duchy then. There we go, and this last one then. He's a good commander. He's possessed, that seems fun. And I want to create the duchy. We cannot because we need one extra county. So let's get the extra county then by attacking this single one. No, we cannot because he's Orthodox. That's too bad. And we need the actual duchy. Britannia, you're kind of big. What could I potentially take from you? This big kingdom. Or this one county? No. Okay. That's about it in that general area. That's kind of nasty. That's kind of nasty. I'm still making a lot of money, so it's not a big deal. So but we have what 882 counties inside our empire right now. That's insane. I hate the fact that we are feudal though. I wonder when they're going to release the DLC with Imperial, because I'm waiting for that one. I'm very much waiting for it. We could potentially try and take the rest of Maghreb, like travel into Africa, if we can. Potentially. Like this guy. I don't like those kinds of counties though. They look ugly on the map. It annoys me. And that's a one county, it's terrible. I don't like it. Come on, game. I had a bit of a lag spike. Who's that? The Northern Isles. Is that a duchy in itself? Yes, it is. They're actually Orthodox. I think most people are. It's actually spreading like a wildfire. How is my culture then? I don't know if we are spreading that much. In some areas we are spreading with the Greek, but in some other areas it's not. And that's the issue for me. Like, this is Anglo-Saxon. That's terrible. I want Greek, not Norse or Gaelic. Italian, I guess, is fine. Sicilian, it's fine as well. It's Latin. It's something. I guess it's something. Because look at this mess in here. That's something I would like to attack if we can. But we need to attack someone else in between. There's so many options, I don't know which one to pick. In all honesty, it's kind of annoying. Because that's 2 counties. Go for you as well. Then. So you always want to do something, right? You just want to attack everyone that's possible to attack. For as long as we're still playing as in this campaign. And those people are stupid enough to lead their own forces, which means they get captured, which means the wars are easy. Very easy. Alania. He's a bastard. Okay. And this guy. And you are going to get it, my dear bastard. The 2 that like holding duchy right now. And I need a new marshal. I'm going to take the Andalusian one, preferably. I'm allowed to prison him because I think it was part of the civil war going on. It's fine. It's fine. I can deal with that. It's fine by me. So we need to save up some piety because we're not having a lot of it. I'm losing it. Yeah, thank you. I love going to feasts. It makes me fat. Okay, so Is my son making any like children? No. Why? What's wrong, man? Come on, make a son. He's intimidated by me. Okay. That seems fine, I guess. Her being intimidated by me, I'm fine by it. I'm fine with that. I think we need one extra devotion up to devote to servant for Paragon of Virtue, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of ransoms. You can get out, my man. And I'm going for... because I want the hard rule. Because I want that one. Siege progress against revolts. That seems fine as well. I like that. Because we always have those civil wars going on. We are 64, we're feeling fine though. My niece has been sleeping with someone. And become preggers. Too bad. Now she's going to be preggers inside my jail. So a lot of people want to leave. Because we swayed him again. How close are we to potentially befriending this guy? He's my rival. I could potentially befriend my rival. No. It's not going to happen. She's 47. He is 47. I think I already tried to befriend this guy before, right? No. We might try to do it. Yes, that seems like a dandy fine idea. Imperial borders restored. Finally, we're done. The story of the Roman Empire's glorious recovery will be told throughout the ages. Those unfortunate enough to have lived through the black days when barbarians sacked Rome at will, or Arabian invaders swept in from the desert, will not have dared dream of this day. All of the old provinces have been reclaimed, and the empire now stretches farther than it has in nearly 1,000 years. That's actually kind of an overstatement, but okay. Church bells across Europe are ringing to celebrate this momentous occasion, and when men and women in both Rome and Constantinople are weeping tears of joy. For the sake of all humanity, the new Pax Romana must endure, lest the world plunge into yet another dark age of ignorance and barbarity bereft of Rome's guiding light. Long live them. I would think this would give him more than 350 prestige, man. Come on. Come on, Paradox. It's nice. We have basically reclaimed every single province that used to belong to Rome. And slightly more, in all honesty. We took some detours along the way. It seems like a nice thing, actually. It's a very nice thing. And this got me thinking, how much more should we pursue this campaign then? We are basically done with everything I wanted to do. We have restored the Roman Empire, that was the first thing. We mended the schism, that was the second thing. And now we have actually restored the Roman borders. The ancient ones, and as I said, slightly more. And I wonder how much more I want to play in this campaign. The thing is, I'm just dragging this out a bit because I'm setting everything up for my next campaign that's going to start soon. Because the whole Roman Restoration one is still going to keep on actually existing when this one is done, because it's not done yet. We have a lot of things left to do in that campaign. Check it out if you want to. But I wonder how much more we're going to do in this campaign here. Leave some comments on your thoughts about it. If you want to see more of this, tell me so. If you don't want to see more of this and you just want me to get rid of it, stop it. Tell me that as well. Because I don't know if I can play on if you want to. It's not like we're having big of issues. I guess that Civil War last episode was kind of an issue, but we still managed to solve it. Some way. Somewhat. We survive at least. But most of the other things we're just going to steamroll. We might try and wait until the Mongolians arrive, I guess. That could be kind of fun. I don't know how strong they are. I guess they're kind of strong. They should be kind of strong. But I think we're strong enough to deal with them. I guess. I don't know. I hope we would be strong enough to deal with them. But I have no idea. But tell me about your thoughts in the comments. I'm actually going to stop this episode here. Because I'm kinda not having a lot of time to record right now. And I will only upload one episode on the previous day to this episode, which you will probably have noticed because I didn't have time, and I'm recording this on the same day that I only uploaded one episode. But tomorrow, the day this episode is going to get released, we're probably going to see 2 episodes again, and on Friday later down the line. And as usual, only one episode per weekend day. But like, subscribe if you have enjoyed this episode, guys. Tell me about your thoughts about the future of this campaign. For should we drag this out for another week? Because I'm not going to drag this out longer than an extra week at the most. Or should I just stop it right here and now? It's your decision. So tell me what you think. And if you tell me nothing, I'm going to make my own decision. So leave me at least one comment, and I'm going to take that into consideration. Because we have now restored the Imperial borders to the former glory, and some extra. And that was a fun journey. This was my first campaign that I ever started in CK3. And we have learned a lot along the way on how to play this game, basically. Which meant that I'm a much better player now than when I started off. As someone said in the comments in the first episode, like, I didn't know even how to find duchies and stuff like that, like in this stuff here, which probably was kind of annoying for some of you that were watching back then. But it's a learning curve for everyone. But hopefully you have enjoyed this playthrough so far, and you're enjoying everything else that I am putting out on YouTube. And I have a nice following now, and I'm extremely appreciative of you guys. I really am. I love doing this, so I love having you around. But I'm going to wrap up this episode now, guys. I've been talking for just a few minutes about nothing, basically. So, as I said, like, subscribe if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave me a comment too if you want to. And I'm going to see you next time, guys. See you soon. Bye.